What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on episode 7 of my Sunday Q&A. This is a series on my channel where each week we put aside all the DLCs, the guides, reviews, tricks, tips, and nipple slips. We get to know each other just a little bit better, but this week might look a little bit different to you. That's because this is actually not Destiny gameplay. Like, believe it or not, MAK is playing something different, and I hear you guys. Listen, I know there's a lot of Borderlands fans out there that aren't playing Destiny, even though there are a lot of Borderlands fans that are playing Destiny, and some people are like, you know what, MAK, do you play anything else besides Destiny? And I gave a few games a shot this week, and I came across the Shadows of Mordor. And originally, I didn't want to play Shadows of Mordor because this is the same developer that shit all over their community by not fixing Gotham City Imposters and their console MOBA, Guardians of Middle-earth. Yes, this is made by Monolith, which actually is a developer that comes up with amazing mechanics for games, but they have extremely broken, terrible netcoding. And since this is a single-player only game, that means it's absolutely fucking amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy the 60 frame per second Shadow of Mordor gameplay from my cyber power PC. If it's not in 60 frames per second, if you've already watched the video, I would highly suggest to come back and watch it in the 60 frames per second because it's gonna look absolutely amazing. So hats off to Monolith. I know I've given you shit in the past, and you know, just when I think you couldn't be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. So I'm willing to eat my words about Monolith, and hopefully one day I get to eat my words about Gearbox and their current situation. But that's enough about the video games. Let's bust the hymen on these questions today and get right into the first one, which is coming from Oscar Hernandez, and he says, if YouTube and Twitch both suddenly shut down and there is no way for you to create content, what would you be doing in the outside world? The outside world! He makes it sound so sinister, doesn't he? It's like, the outside world, help me! I'm locked away in my man cave prison. The walls keep me safe, mama. Seriously though, I'll be doing what I always do is I search through the internet ads, I get on my keyboard, I go clickety clack late at night, and I look for deals on cars that need a little bit of work, or somebody that is selling their car for cheap because they need to pay some bills and they need that money fast. But in all honesty, the first thing I would do if YouTube and Twitch completely were down, never coming back, I would do absolutely nothing. I mean, there are days now when I make a video in advance and I can sit around and do absolutely nothing, but that's a different type of nothing than the type of nothing that I would do if YouTube and Twitch just completely went offline. The type of nothing I would do if Twitch and YouTube were down is literally absolutely nothing. I wouldn't even have to turn my computer on that day. I would get the comfiest pair of pants that I own, and I would get my comfiest shirt, which is actually a Pink Floyd shirt that is so faded beyond belief that it only says Ink Odd on it. And I would just lay in bed, flat on my back, looking at the ceiling, and I would sleep for like 32 hours straight. Now, during that time, I would enjoy a blowjob. However, laying in bed for 32 hours straight, I don't think you want to put your head in that area after like the first 12 to 14 hours. Ooh, it's so vinegary. It's been a while since I had a chance to do that amount of nothing. If you ever seen a movie called Office Space, that's me. I'm the lead character, Peter. The scene where he's chilling in his apartment and he asks his neighbor, he goes, what would you do with $1 million? And his neighbor goes, 2 chicks. And he goes, you couldn't do 2 chicks with $1 million. And he goes, I'd reckon the type of woman that would do a guy like me would do it for $1 million. But no, Peter says, he goes, I would do absolutely nothing with $1 million. His neighbor goes, well, hell, you don't need $1 million to do nothing. Look at my cousin. He's broke as fuck. Don't do shit. The fucking movie is hilarious. And if you haven't seen Office Space, you probably should. But yeah, if YouTube and Twitch suddenly shit the bed, I would have hit the bed and do nothing for an entire week. And I would probably take a visit out to Colorado and Oregon. To another week of absolutely nothing. I'll just couch lock myself on the bed in the hotel. I'm like, room service? They're like, yeah. They're like, can you bring me stuff? I'm like, what do you need? Change of underwear, towels, and your entire dessert cart, please. So, let's go ahead and move on to the second question from Duelist Games, and he asks, hey Mac, have you ever thought about playing Destiny on the 360? This is actually kind of funny that you asked this, because I already own Destiny on the 360. That's a true fact. When I was ordering my PlayStation 4 Ghost Edition, GameStop was like, yeah, we're all sold out. And I was like, well, do you have any other versions left? And they're like, yeah, we got a 360 version left. So I was like, well, give me that one, jackass. So I bought the PS4 Digital Guardians Collector Edition online on the PSN, and I bought the 360 physical version for the actual Ghost toy. Like, the guy at GameStop didn't understand. I don't care about the motherfucking game in the box. All I wanted was a toy. If you could sell me that toy separately, I wouldn't even need the collector's edition. I just wanted a fucking toy. It sits on my shelf right over there. In case you can't see, I'm actually pointing at my Ghost on the shelf. my 360 and Xbox One, though, they're not even hooked up. Now, I have the space for them on my desk, but I never use them anymore, so I unhooked them. And it actually came in handy during Christmas, though, when PSN was down and Xbox Live was up on the 360 side. So I got to make my Jure video on the 360 for you guys. But, no. I'm not going to play on the Xbox 360 anytime soon, because I really don't have the type of time to level up characters on the Xbox One and the 360. But I actually will give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes. I was talking to another Destiny YouTuber by the name of DPJ, and I made him a promise saying that once he gets his new computer and his live streaming up and running, if he buys Destiny for the PS4, I'll help him level up there. And in return, I'll buy Destiny for the Xbox One, and he'll help me level up there on live stream, and then we'll both have the game on both systems, and we'll be able to play with our viewers. And I think that might be a possibility that I might be playing on the Xbox One in the future, but I don't see myself going back and playing on the 360 as well, man. I mean, the 360 was a badass system in its time, man, and I enjoyed playing the shit out of it, but this is something a lot of the younger guys around here are gonna have to learn if you're getting into video games as a hobby. Consoles come and go. It's old technology now, man. In fact, the Xbox 360 is so old that your cell phone has better specs than it. Not even lying. The Xbox 360 actually has like 500 megabytes. I'm not talking about gigabytes. I'm talking about megabytes. It doesn't even have 1 gigabyte of RAM memory. That's actually pretty goddamn crazy, considering the fact that it runs games like GTA 5 and Halo 4, and they look absolutely amazing using specs that are so outdated. But no, I don't see myself going back to the 360 ever again. It's outdated tech, man. But the good news is, if you decide to upgrade to a newer console like the Xbox One, you don't have to start your character all over again on Destiny. So good on Bungie for tossing that feature in. It's a really impressive foresight by a AAA developer like Bungie while launching a new IP, a flagship IP on split generations. I think having a feature like that, Rockstar actually did it with GTA 5 as well. It really does ease the pain for a lot of people switching over, and that's a luxury that you guys shouldn't take for granted, because we didn't have shit like that back in the day. It's like, oh, new console, guess what? All those cartridges you got laying all over the floor, yeah. Why don't you go blowing them? So let's go ahead and answer question number 3 from Chris Oatman. And he asks, MAK, even though you got a family now with your son or your girlfriend, do you miss your old lifestyle? You know, chilling with your friends, flipping cars, and smoking weed. Alright, this is actually a really hard question here from Chris, because right now, I love my life. I really do. I love my girlfriend. I love my man cave. I love the place that I'm living in. I love the town that I'm living in. I love the house that I have. I love the car that's out front. I love my neighbors. I love all of you guys. Everything about the place I am in life right now is good. But I do miss my friends, man. Like, I look at my old life, and I used to hate the place that I lived. Like, don't get me wrong, I rep my city! I take my shirt off and spin it around my head like a helicopter. But, I fucking hated life when I was living where I was living, doing the things that I was doing, man. And even though we used to go out and do shit all the time, we used to chill with bitches, throw parties in hotels, stuff shit up our noses, stuff shit in our lungs, and we had hot tubs, big titties, and fat asses. That type of lifestyle, it does catch up with you, man. And you want to know why you don't ever see an old drug dealer, or why if you go to the block out in the hood, you check out all the OGs there, they're like 25, 26, and you're like, OG, motherfucker, you ain't even been around for longer than 10 years. It's because the fucking lifestyle kills you, man. You die young when you do shit like that. I mean, we used to get crazy as fuck. I mean, there was a summer of my life where we literally partied every fucking day, from morning to sundown, all the way back to sun up. And I remember waking up in the morning after partying our ass off, stepping over bodies that are laying down all over the hotel room, and then just going to the bathroom, tossing back an E-pill or two at 10 a.m. and starting it all over again. It's one of the reasons that I don't do pills to these days. And I actually mentioned that in the last Q&A. But yeah, I don't take anything that has to do with pill form. Not even aspirin. I've done a lot of damage to my body from the old days, and I feel it every morning when I wake up. My back's cracking. I'm fucking 30 years old, and I feel like I'm fucking 50. It's because I'm a car that has a lot of fucking city miles on it. I've been rode hard and put away wet. So it's actually kind of funny that you asked this now, because one of my boys recently just got out of lockup, and I haven't talked to him in like 8 years. And we were catching up on the phone the other day, laughing about all the shit we used to do. But by the end of the phone call, it's kind of sad to me, because I have no desire to go back to doing any of that shit. And we both kind of realized that we're too old to be going out, doing stupid shit and having fun like that these days. My idea of fun is just sitting down in my living room, quiet as fuck, watching a movie like Step Brothers. So, even though I have a lot of memories, both good and bad, from all the shit that we used to do, I can't really say that I miss it at all. I will tell you, though, I do miss having all the big titties and fat asses all over, but those titties and asses are way too young for me now. They were like 16 to 18-year-old titties and asses, and that was a time when I was like, 17, 18, 19, 20. But now, all them bitches that we grew up with are either they have a family with kids and they're doing their thing, or they're strung out on Percocets, Oxycontins, and even sucking some dick for that Hay-Rod. Shit's crazy how life ends up, isn't it? So, the last question comes from Killer6. And he's actually a YouTube buddy of mine. He's got like 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's doing pretty good for himself. And he asks, what's your best advice for growing a bigger audience on YouTube? Video posting times, tags, descriptions, thumbnails? What do you got for me, Mac? Ah, man. Killer, you're putting me on the spot here, bro. Why, man? Why? Seriously, though, tags, titles, and descriptions used to be really important on YouTube. But since YouTube switched their search algorithm, it's not as important as it actually used to be. The most important thing on YouTube now is 1, getting people to click. 2, getting people to watch. And 3, getting them to watch again. So obviously, a nice looking thumbnail helps. It's invaluable. I can't tell you how important having good looking thumbnails actually helps you. But I find what helps more is that if you find a style of thumbnail that suits you, one that you can use for any game, any subscriber of yours that looks at it can say, oh, that's Mac's vid. And if you take a look at all my different videos, I have a similar set of borders for each game that I play, so my subscribers can look at that and automatically be like, that's Mac's vid. I'm gonna click that vid. And also keeps the haters away, since they see your thumbnail and they go, ah, I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. He has an annoying voice and he yells in my ear. So having a thumbnail style actually does help you quite a bit. It's called branding, making sure that somebody can look at your shit and automatically tell that it's your shit. But video tons actually really do help when you're smaller, but as you get bigger, it's less and less of an issue, because the bigger you grow, the further your fan base reaches, and by the time you hit about 100,000 subscribers, you should have a big enough fan base worldwide that it doesn't matter what time you post, you'll always have quite a bit of subscribers that will be awake to watch. And as a smaller guy, what you should do is you go into your video manager and you click on your YouTube analytics and you take a look at your demographics and you see what country is your biggest demographic, and you upload according to that fan base. Now, what you can do is take 1 week and upload at all different times, and then take a look at your real-time view analytics and find out which video got the most views the fastest according to what time that you uploaded. Because the faster that people get to your vid, the more views that it's gonna get. It's part of YouTube's new watch time algorithm. So you want a thumbnail that's going to draw people to your video, that's going to get them to click it fast and watch the vid. Now, the longer people watch, the higher search priority your video will get. So if I put up a 2-minute video and you watch the entire thing, that's going to have a higher search priority than if I upload a 3-hour video and somebody only watches an hour. Even though they watched an hour of my playtime, that video is going to go lower in the search engine because it has less of a percentage of watch time. And this is why you see channels that post nothing but 2 to 3 minute videos. They take no effort at all to edit or commentate, and they're going to get tons of views because by the time you realize this video sucks, it hardly has any information in it, and I've wasted my time watching it, it's over. And that person got a 100% watch through rating because it was so short. It's a scummy way to run your channel. And it's a real easy way to tell who exactly enjoys making videos and who's making videos just for money. Only by looking at their average video runtime length, which is kind of funny because vids that are longer not only get more ads, but they get better paying ads. So if you post longer videos, you have to be fun and entertaining, or else the algorithm is gonna fuck you for posting a long video. And that's why people are scared to run longer videos at 2 to 3 minutes, because they're not confident in their own ability to entertain or inform for somebody that's gonna watch a full 10 to 15 minute commentary. And That is just sad. But what it all really comes down to is, are you having fun? Because if you're having fun, people will have fun. And when people have fun, they'll come back when they're bored, because they know they can have a few minutes of fun on your channel. And that's what it's really all about, is having fun, entertaining, and informative videos. And if you're not doing that, well then, motherfucker, you're doing it wrong. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. In case you can't tell, it sounds like I might be coming down with a cold sometime this week, so I'm going to go ahead and shotgun some orange juice, some Dayquil, and some vitamin C. And I'm going to see you guys later.
What?